So we're still going to continue with the curfews, 9 p.m. to 6 a.m. Continue to have our officers work 12-hour tours, not just in the impact area, but also throughout the city in each district and all the specialized units, all hands on deck, and makes us more efficient and gives us more coverage both inside and outside the impact zone. And the importance, I've been asked questions, has there been any curfew violations? Well, we had two earlier this morning in the overnight. And that happened after there was a burglary on 5800 block of Persian. Elderly couple heard some noise in their residence. Back door was forced open. They were able to call 911. We had teams out there. We responded. Nothing was taken to the campus of the area, and we're able to pick up a 15-year-old and a female and a 17-year-old male that should not have been in the area. Not sure if they're responsible for that, but we're going to continue to stay diligent and vigilant on making sure people that don't belong in the area are not going to be in the area. It's critically important. Secondly, we just had our first copper wire theft earlier this morning. We made an arrest on that individual. He admitted to it and says he's been doing it throughout the city and looked for an opportunity. But the importance of making sure that we stay on top of this is because as Ameren's trying to lay the wire and do things, if we have individuals that are cutting, splicing wire, there goes the electric, slows us down, makes it, people need this for medical needs. They need to keep things cold, food, everything else. So any individual, if you're going to come in and take advantage of this situation, we're going to hold you accountable. And we're going to make sure that we bring you to justice. We're not going to have this in this area. We're not going to have looting, and we're not going to have wire theft, and we're not going to come at people who are vulnerable right now, and we're going to make sure that we're out there. That's why we're going to continue to have our command post that's out there, and we're going to be there as long as it needs to be, and our officers are going to continue to do these tours to make sure at a time that I can draw it down, but the time isn't now because we got so much more work to do. So that's where we're at. And then we also had an accident earlier this morning with our District 2 officer, not part of this whole detail here, but was transporting a prisoner to North Patrol as an overflow from where we put our prisoners. He got into an accident, four-way stoplight. He waited. When he went through, somebody ran through the four-way stop sign. The officer's going to be okay, and so is the prison. They were checked out at the hospital, and that person also admitted to fault running through a four-way stop sign. So I know there was a couple of questions on that, and I can answer that afterwards if anybody wants to know more details.